Alright, listen up, you slifer slackers. Today it is I, Dr. Professor Villian Crowler, duelist extraordinaire, here to teach you all about Yugioh Master Duel. Chancellor Shepard has asked me to teach you about the best deck, which, unfortunately... Ignore that. The audio is coming in double for some reason. Unfortunately, Chancellor Shepard has got it into his head that apparently heroes are the best deck, so that's what I should be playing today. You should be grateful. Now listen up, you slifer slackers. We're going into the gameplay. Here we are. First of all, I'm going to go and look at our new missions. Blah, 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 blah. No one cares. Regular Yu-Gi-Oh things. I will get these, though. They're nice. First of all, let me show you my deck. It is unchanged, largely. For those of you who have been wondering, I believe that currently this is the best deck in Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. I rarely summon Master Hero Blast, but it's there. I mean, you don't have to use him, but he's there. Let's get on with this, see what happens. As we're searching for our first victim, I mean student. We shall be dueling all over this person is El Giri. It seems I'm going first. Ah yes, I see, the most prominent hand, Ivar. First of all, I'll activate reinforcement of the army. This should get me one of my heroes that I so desperately need. In this case, I should be getting my Destiny hero, Dark Angel, since I already have a hero lives. A hero lives shall activate, summoning my Stratos from the deck. Stratos will activate, getting me one of my other heroes. I shall add Vision Hero first to my hand, activating its effect to discard the Neos. I no longer need it in my hand, it is irrelevant. However, it is quite a high level, so perhaps I should have kept it there. Oh well, hindsight is 20/20, I suppose. Afterwards, we shall be setting our Vision Hero increase, activating its effect, attributing the Varus to special summon itself, and another hero from my deck. Next, I shall special summon Vaya in the defense position, activating its effect to send Malicious into the graveyard. You see? This is the only one. This is the only option we have. Well, that's not entirely true. We have several options, but this is the best one. For you see, I want to activate Dark Angel before the end of the turn. I shall activate Destiny Hero Malicious in my graveyard to summon another one from my deck, therefore allowing me to link summon to Cross Crusader. The important part is to link away the Malicious, therefore the Crusader can summon it back from the graveyard. I've made this mistake several times myself, and I don't intend to repeat it. Now finally, Cross Crusader shall activate. Getting us our Denier. I may have made a mistake. Oh dear, I should not have sent the Neos into the graveyard, oh well. It is fine, shall still remedy this. I shall link summon using the Cross Crusader and the Stratos into Extra Hero Wonder Driver, activating the polymerization. Therefore, getting the absolute 0. Actually, no, not this one. This is the wrong one. I shall use Elemental Hero Sunrise. Now Wonder Driver's effect will activate, and I shall chain Sunrise to it. Finally, I shall activate the effect of Liquid Soldier, allowing me to draw 2 cards from my deck, discarding 1. This isn't quite that important. You see, but I just wanted a level 7 in my hand on the field. Finally, I shall activate this copy of Polymerization after activating Shadow Mist. Add the Spirit of Neos in my hand. I should not have used that effect. That is my mistake. Finally, I shall use Denier. Summon this here, activating its effect to bring back the Malicious. Finally, I shall activate Malicious, allowing me to summon another copy, and allowing me to fuse it into Destroy Phoenix Enforcer. The most cornerstone of this hero deck, I believe. I shall be summoning it here in the fence position. Finally, I shall be using its effect to destroy my own Vision Hero Vion. No, wait, not that one. My Wonder Driver, as well as my Destroy Phoenix Enforcer, so I can have 3 Destiny Heroes in my graveyard. Finally, I shall be activating the effect of Mask Change on my Vion. Summoning it here, the Masked Hero Dark Law. I shall summon it in attack position, for you see, I'm no longer afraid of Lightning Storm, as I have this Destiny Hero Dark Angel in my hand. Enjoy your monster, student! On my opponent's standby phase, I shall be activating the effect of Destroy Phoenix Enforcer. Summoning an attack position, for you see, I am no longer afraid of Lightning Storm. As Destiny Hero, Dark Angel negates all spells. I'm sorry, my friend, that spell is negated. Furthermore, because my opponent has a monster in the field, they can no longer activate such things as Evenly Matched or Lightning Storm in the first place. My opponent has summoned Buzzsaw Shark and Shark Stickers, I see. Unfortunately, this is not... Yes, I see. I shall be activating the effect of Infinite Impermanence. I do have one more additional interruption with my Destroy Phoenix Enforcer. Now you see, ever since the totally awesome nerf, sharks have not been in the same place as they have. And that is, what do the kids call it these days? Game. Let's continue with our next demonstration, shall we? It seems like we're going second, which is not a bad deal for us, as I believe that heroes perform better when going second. The only unfortunate thing is that other decks perform better going... What is this hand? Jaden, what is this deck you've given me? Well, in that case, it's fortunate that we have one additional draw. I swear, I've never gotten a hand this terrible before. Well, we do have 2 copies of Elemental Hero Spirit of Neos. They're utterly useless during this turn, as we are not going fast. They are only relevant if we're being attacked and my opponent cannot attack in their first turn, you see. So if I do not draw an additional card, I believe the only viable option is to summon... Alright, I can use this. That is, if my opponent does not have an Ash Blossom. If they do not have the forehead, then perhaps I shall do some things. My opponent's field did not light up, suggesting that they might not have an interruption in the first place. Shall normal summon the Stratos. Adding the Varus to my hand. I shall be activating the Varus, discarding my copy of Elemental Hero Neos. It is no longer useful in my hand, except for fusion material. Next, I shall set the increase for my deck, activating its effect to tribute to Ferris. The increase will activate, allowing me to summon the Vion. My opponent does not have very many attacks, so I shall be summoning an attack position. I usually prefer to activate the effective Vion before I do anything else, so I can have the poly in case something goes terribly wrong. We unfortunately do not have the materials to summon a Shining Wingman, so we shall be instead doing normal, standard hero plays. The Cross Crusader shall once again be summoned. And once more with the Cross Crusader, it shall add a copy of... I'm not quite sure what to add. I shall add Destiny Hero Denier, for you see, I have enough materials to create a Destroy Phoenix Enforcer, but before that, I shall link away. Into the Wonder Driver, allowing me to reuse my copy of Polymerization. because I have 2 copies of Spirit of Neos, I shall be using this one. I shall be summoning this on top of Wonder Driver, so I can reset the polymerization from my graveyard. Next, Deny shall activate, allowing me to recycle my Malicious. Back into the deck you go. I believe I have one additional play. With my polymerization, because I have Elemental Hero Neos in my hand, I'm able to summon Elemental Hero Brave Neos. However, I shall first be summoning the Sunrise. Sunrise shall activate, getting me the Miracle Fusion. Therefore, I can work my way to an OTK. The Brave Neos shall activate, allowing me to link summon into... Actually, no, I believe this is enough damage. Brave Neos! Attack Salaman Great Foxy! Brave Neos shall activate, granting me the favorite contact, no, the instant fusion. The instant contact from my deck. And I shall proceed to rip this man a new one. Final attack! Elemental Hero Stratos! Attack my opponent directly! And that is game. I quite like this deck. It's quite fun. I can see why that slacker likes it so much. Don't tell him that I said that. On to the next duel. Right here, let's see what our opponent has next. We once again have a terrible hand. We do have Upstart Goblin in our hand, so hopefully... I predict my opponent shall be running Drytrons. It seems like something the kids like playing these days. Now he's Illusion of Chaos. Now you see, there are several variants of Dark Magician. If my opponent is indeed playing Secret Village of Spellcasters, I may be in for a rough surprise. And by that I mean I believe I cannot play it all. We did draw our only 2 copies of Elemental Hero Neos, and one of our 2 copies of Malicious. This is quite unfortunate. We do have a max change, but it works far better when we are going first. Unfortunately, we do not have any interruptions. This deck really cannot handle it. This deck cannot afford to play any more bricks. My opponent has the Dark Magical Circle, which suggests to me that he might already have the wall, the trap card. The name is escaping me at the moment. Right. My opponent sits one face down. 2 face downs. I might be in for a rough surprise. I do have the mask change, so everything relies on our next 2 draws. I draw! Instant contact. This is quite good for me. Now then. First of all, I shall activate the effect of Upstart Goblin, allowing me to draw 1 additional card. My opponent does seem to have a negate. Thank you for this, Konami. I do not have any plays. I can't believe it. I have no plays at all. I have 6 completely useless cards in my hand. I take it back, Jaden. You slifer slacker. Your deck needs work. Fortunately, I do have a Spirit of Neos. This has been 2 duels in a row which your deck has failed me, Jaden. My opponent shall activate the Illusion of Chaos. No one ever summons the Illusion of Chaos, they only use it for its hand effect. I don't even know why it's a ritual monster. There's a likely chance, yes, my opponent is indeed activating the Magician's Navigation, most likely summoning from the deck, allowing my opponent to retrain that Dark Magician in his hand. Fortunately, my opponent has already activated an effect to summon Dark Magician this turn, meaning that if this other face down is not that other trap card, I may be able to use Elemental Hero. My opponent has 2 Dark Magicians on the field at the moment. I shall activate the effect of my Elemental Hero Spirit of Neos. Can no longer be run over in battle. Unfortunately, that Dark Magical Circle proves to be quite the hindrance. I shall add the Polymerization to my hand, but you see I already have the instant contact on my initial draw. Your card is completely useless. Do you not read? I don't know what am I talking about. He's a Yu-Gi-Oh player. Of course he doesn't read. That is the end phase. Now, I am able to summon Shining Neos Wingman. However, it is protected from destruction, but Dark Magical Circle does not destroy. And of course, I have 2 copies of Malicious in my hand. This is very well. Alright, I shall tribute my own Spirit of Neos, allowing me to tribute summon my Elemental Hero, my Destiny Hero, Malicious. I shall hold off on this for now, you see, activating the instant contact. This is fine. Why have you done this to me, Konami? Why have you made my deck completely useless? In that case, I shall summon my copy. I shall summon my Phoenix Enforcer, using my Malicious in my hand and one copy of Neos. Or perhaps I should summon Vision Hero Trinity instead. Now I shall be activating Destiny Hero Destroy Phoenix Enforcer. For you see, my opponent is still able to banish. See, my opponent has to make a very difficult decision here. If they do not respond, I shall be attacking. Next, I shall activate the effect of Mask Change on Destiny Hero Malicious to summon my Dark Law. My opponent has no response, it seems. Your Dark Magician has now been banished. Destiny Hero, destroy Phoenix Enforcer. Attack my opponent's Dark Magician. I shall do the same with Dark Law. One thing that irks me about this deck is that face down could possibly be... It could possibly be something that I don't like. It could be a Call by the Haunted, so I shall... be holding off on this turn. I no longer need to do any additional plays, you see. My opponent's Dark Rod is no threat. Because I have banished 2 of my opponent's 3 Dark Magicians, I've essentially shut down my opponent's entire deck. And if my opponent responds with an Illusion of Chaos, I might be able to snipe that pesky Dark Magician from my opponent's hand. This card is the card that counters elements, you see. Magician's Rod. My opponent did not, interestingly, did not add a copy of Dark Magician. I shall be activating the effect of Dark Law to banish a card from my opponent's hand. This may or may not be the best choice, but I have sniped your Magician's Rod. What have you? I would have watched you snipe my opponent's 3rd copy of Dark Magician, but so be it. And that, my friend, is game. Let's see what our next opponent has for us. Yes? Time is wasting now. Okay, thank you, Kodami, for that. My opponent, according to my opponent's deck box, they seem to be playing a Utopia deck, which means that I have a pretty good idea on how to counter it. Now, can I draw? The answer is no, of course not. I do have one copy of Ash Blossom and Joy Spring. This... I did not know I had this card in my deck. I thought I got rid of it, apparently not. I shall activate the effect of Upstart Goblin, allowing me to draw one card. Mask change, I see. I shall normal summon Destiny Hero Denier. I should not have done this. It is my mistake. Alright, then I shall add Plasma. It is definitely my mistake. I should not have done this. For the third duel in a row, we shall be ending on a completely garbage card. Fortunately, I do have the Ash Blossom on my hand in my Dark Laws effect. Unfortunately, I'm not quite sure how relevant it is against Utopias. Utopias do not put things in the graveyard very often. Fortunately, I do have my elemental hero Spirit of Neos, allowing me to block a potential attack and add a hero card to my hand. My opponent has not done anything. That is unfortunate. I have drawn my copy of Plasma that for some reason I've decided to put at the top of my deck. I shall attack normally. Masked Hero Dark Law, attack my opponent directly. Sometimes you have to click the yes button to how do the kids put it? Style on your opponent. I think that's what the kids say. I'm questioning whether or not my opponent bricked like I dev. We shall see. I do not have many more options. Battle phase? You do not have any monsters that are able to battle me. You do not have an evenly matched in your hand. Your evenly matched would do absolutely nothing. Okay. I have the instant contact in my hand. It will do absolutely nothing, unfortunately. Alright. I will just attack a second time. I know not what my opponent is doing, only that he is doing it. You, sir, will receive failing marks if you continue this behavior, young man. You will not be able to have your cute, funny pet thing. Like I said before, and like 5 turns previously, our next play will determine, our next draw will determine whether or not we shall be able to use instant contact this turn. If we're able to use instant contact, we might be able to link up into another hero monster. But as of now, we are not. Why? Alright, fine. Why is this deck filled with this Lifeless Slacker's deck is filled with nothing but garnets. Fortunately, it seems that this duel is quite nearly over. Calm down, Professor. Have some tea. I am calm. This is the calmest I've been in 3 seasons. It is turn 8 and I've drawn every single one of my bricks. The only thing that I am missing currently is Destiny Hero Malicious. Watch as I draw a copy of Malicious into my hand. Draw! Finally, when it no longer matters, I have drawn an actually usable card. I shall just attack normally, though. I have no idea what my opponent is doing. I need to have a long stern talk with my slacker about the ratios of his deck. I really did not draw a single usable card that game. Alright, next! On to the next duel. This is the third... That was the third duel of which I've completely bricked. Can we make it 4?
Well, that's because you don't have the heart of the cards like Jaden does.
Sit down, Chumley. You're no longer in this anime.
Well, I can't argue with that, I guess.
Right. We have one copy of course. Of course, it's Runic Sky Strikers, my favorite. Fortunately, we do have one copy of Mask Change, allowing us to summon our Dark Law, which admittedly would have been much more useful had we gone first. My opponent is summoning Sky Striker Ace Shizuku. It seems like my opponent has no runic plays at the moment. However, this face down concerns me. Dr. Crowler, listen up, Slacker. This is how you play heroes. Behold my ancient gear Neos. Behold my ancient gear Neos! At this point, I would not be surprised if there was actually a card. They have an Armed Dragon Neos card, you see. Alright. First of all, I shall activate the effect of my Vision Hero Vion. Hello, Ken? I mean Professor Crowley in chat? That's Dr. Crowler to you. That's Dr. Professor Crowler Patrick to you. She'll be activating my Vision Hero Vion. Unfortunately, I've drawn Malicious and Neos in my hand for the 4th game in a row. Meaning I shall no longer be able to use my malicious plays. Instead, I shall be dumping Elemental Hero Shadow Mist into my graveyard and activating its effects. My opponent's field has lit up, suggesting that my opponent does have something that they might be able to use. Now, what would be hilarious if I was able to summon Destiny Hero Dark Angel against a Sky Striker player. Unfortunately, with this hand, I do not believe that is possible. Instead, I shall be adding Ferris to my hand. And activating Ferris to discard the Malicious in my hand, therefore turning on its effect, even though I have bricked with it. I'm serious, if you haven't knew yet, you can customize the card artwork and actually make a concept of art for it put up after stream. I have! There is a video coming out this Wednesday about it. I'm very proud of that video. I spent 8 hours attempting to edit it. Attempting to render it, having software issues. If you control no monsters in the main monster zone, target one monster in your opponent's graveyard. Banish that monster. I see. My opponent is most likely banishing my copy of Destiny Hero Malicious, no matter I do not actually require this card. It seems like my opponent has no longer has any interruptions. I shall summon my Vision Hero Increase. Its effect shall activate, getting me another Vision Hero Vion. You see, it is not very useful at this moment, as it's only once per turn. However, it is another link material. I shall banish the Varus, getting me a polymerization. Next, I shall activate this polymerization, summoning me the Miracle, the Sunrise. After Sunrise, I do have a few more effects. After Sunrise, I shall be activating Fusion Destiny. No, wait. I know exactly what to do. I shall be activating Miracle Fusion, allowing me to summon the Elemental Hero Brave Neos from my graveyard. I shall banish the Vion, as I already have one copy of it. Finally, I shall be activating the Fusion Destiny. Now I shall attack my opponent. Elemental Hero, Brave Neos, attack my opponent's Sky Striker Shizuku. Meanwhile, I shall activate the effect of my Sunrise, destroying my opponent's spell card. Brave Neos shall activate, getting me a card. This is no longer relevant, as I might have won the duel. Not quite. My opponent's Sky Striker Ace Ray. I shall add the instant contact to my hand. In hindsight, I probably should have activated the effect of mask change. Alright. It is fine. I shall attack with my elemental hero Sunrise. The ray shall trigger itself. The ray is indeed once per turn. Yes, ray is indeed once per turn. Attack! Elemental Hero Sunrise! My opponent's field is indeed still quite lighting up. So I'm not quite sure what's going on. No matter, your Sky Striker card is in the graveyard is no longer relevant. Attack! Destiny Hero destroy Phoenix Enforcer! I could push on to activate Mask Change, but I will not in case my opponent... That is game! I did not want to flex that game, for you see Sky Strikers frightened me. Right. Let's move on to the next game, shall we?
It was a pretty good duel, Professor. I'm quite impressed.
Thank you, Chumley.
You might even be better than me.
That's not a compliment coming from you, Chumley.
That might be true, but at least I have a deck. That's better than Bastion's. He doesn't have a deck.
I can't argue with that one, can I? I have drawn the Destiny Hero Plasma in my hand, and for the 5th game in a row, I've drawn my completely useless Elemental Hero Neos. I shall be activating the effect of Upstart Goblin. My opponent's field is lighting up a Max C, of course. I would not expect anything else. I shall summon my copy of Elemental Hero Stratos, adding me a Elemental Hero to my hand. Here is actually the trick. I shall be adding the Elemental Hero Spirit of Neos, and not actually performing any more plays other than setting a face down. This may be strange, however, the Elemental Hero Spirit of Neos shall protect me from further attacks. And because I have Favorite Contact face down, I shall be able to add the... I've temporarily forgotten what card it is. The card that lets me summon the Flame Wingman for free. It is very mean. Stop it. My opponent has activated Pot of Greed, allowing him to draw 2 cards from the top of his deck. Yes, quite. What else should I be expecting, hmm? Why would Konami make this card exist? I do not understand. Why would you even create this deck? It's not fun. I do not see how floodgates are fun. Ignore the Destiny Hero Plasma in my hand, it doesn't count. It is my turn, I draw. Of course I would get the completely useless card in my hand. I shall be going to battle phase and attacking normally. Why would you do this? Why would you create this deck? Why would you create this abomination of a deck? What is the actual out? What is the actual strategy to this face-up card? Why has modern Yu-Gi-Oh become this? This is not a fun deck to play against. Fine, I've gotten bored of this duel. My opponent is not actually doing anything. Why would you play this in silver rank? Play this in platinum or diamond. Whatever it is these kids say these days. Of course, my opponent has drawn the out on his top deck. Isn't that fun? I shall be going fast! What is this hand? Why have you done this to me, Konami? I should be activating the Varus. Discarding the increase. What in the F is this? You can target one face-up monster in the field. Equip this card from your hand to that target. The equipped monster... Can I read, please? The equipped monster becomes an insect monster. Cannot attack insect monsters. Also, its effects are that activate by targeting an insect monsters are negated. If this equipped card is in the graveyard, you can special one level 7 or high insect monster from your hand. Alright. That is not quite relevant. Increase shall activate. Yes, my opponent. Summoning the Vion from my deck. Vion shall activate, dumping an elemental hero. Not an element hero. A Destiny Hero Malicious from my deck. Next, I shall activate Vion. Granting me the polymerization. Now the card I'm aiming for is Destiny Hero Dark Angel. I believe I can summon it this turn. Cross Crusader shall activate, bringing back the Malicious. And it shall activate once more. Let me think for a moment. Alright. I shall be adding the plasma to my hand. Next, I shall activate the effective Fusion Destiny, bringing me the Destiny Hero Destroy Phoenix Enforcer. I shall be placing a copy of Elemental Hero Neos into my graveyard. Next, I shall be activating Denier. Denier shall activate, allowing me to put this Malicious on top of my deck, recycling its effects. Next, one more copy of Malicious. My third one. Finally, I shall be activating the effect of Plasma to summon itself. Destiny Hero Plasma. Finally, I shall be normal summoning the Vion and linking up into a Dread Decimator, making sure that my opponent cannot simply run over the plasma. Now, the problem with this is if my opponent somehow uses a lightning storm. But no, we don't believe. We do not believe in lightning storm. That card does not exist. Fortunately, I have not seen anyone play Super Polymerization in quite a long time, even though they should. What have you, my opponent? Yes, white.
Oh boy, your opponent sure is taking a long time.
Shut up, Chamley. I don't even remember how you sound like. My opponent has activated a Pot of Prosperity. Right. So my opponent has banished 3 cards, leading me to believe that my opponent has what he needs. A Parasite Paranoid. I have absolutely no idea what it is. An Armored Bee, I see. Its effects will be negated. Its effects shall be negated. You, sir, are negated. I see my opponent has done his research and has indeed proceeded to not read Yu-Gi-Oh cards like a professional player. I myself pride myself on not being able to read Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I mean, this is true, just look in the dub. There are no words. One Day of Peace. Messenger of Peace. Monsters with 1500 or more attack cannot declare an attack. Once per turn during your standby phase, pay 100 life points or destroy this card. This is of no coincidence. That is of no problem for me. I shall be activating Destiny Hero Destroy Phoenix Enforcer, destroying both my Phoenix Enforcer and this Messenger of Peace. Finally, Phoenix Enforcer shall activate, allowing it to special summon itself from the graveyard. It has been summoned! This should be enough damage, but even if not, I shall be relinquishing your monster. Thank you for your contribution. Now attack my opponent directly! Go! Dread Decimator! Phoenix Enforcer! Finally, Destiny Hero Plasma! Attack my opponent directly! And that is game. Come back when you've done your homework. Wait a second, I have not assigned homework in the entirety of the anime. What have I been doing all this time? It's a lot like Ibli. Not to Destiny Hero Phoenix Enforcer, it isn't. Besides, all my opponent had was 0 attack monsters. Being awesome, I see. I like the cut of your jib. I shall tell you what, the next time you receive detention, I shall be removing a whole 5 minutes off of your detention. Right, we have great cards this time. I shall be activating a Hero Lives. Summoning my elemental hero Stratos. Let's see here. I shall be adding Destiny Hero Plasma. I should be able to summon the Dark Angel this game. Fair shall activate, dumping the malicious. And I shall be doing the standard Vision Hero combo. Linking up into a Cross Crusader after it's all said and done. Vion shall activate, dumping the Shadow Mist into the graveyard. Let us add a Spirit of Neos. Next, we shall add Polymerization into my hand. And summoning Malicious onto the field so we can link it up into a Cross Crusader. But I'm homeschooled, sensei, gotta pay for daddy's card gotcha addiction.
Wasn't that? I'm homeschooled as well. Actually, I kinda dropped out.
Shut up, Chumley. You should stay in school unless if you got a premier job at the famous card gaming company.
But I did. Weren't you there?
No, I've completely forgotten. Next, I should be adding the... Yes, this is enough. The Dark Angel. Finally, I shall be activating Fusion Destiny. I should not have activated Fusion Destiny just yet. I may have made a mistake. This is fine. This is fine. I believe I can still come back from this. Wait, no, this really is fine. Wait, no, not yet. Not yet. I still need to do one more additional thing. Yes, we are so close to the Dark Angel. Destiny Hero Malicious. In defense position. Finally. I shall be summoning Destiny Hero Plasma. I believe I have the luxury of summoning everything in attack position, for you see, Dark Angel prevents lightning storms. I activate the effect of Destiny Hero Dark Angel, allowing me to summon it to my opponent's side of the field, over here, directly underneath his extra monster zone. Next, I shall end my turn. What have you, my opponent? You're now locked from monster effects as well as spell traps. Actually, no, never mind. Plasma's on the field. Perhaps that was not the best decision. I did not foresee this interaction. I summoned Destiny Hero Dark Angel to my opponent's field to use its effect to negate spell traps. However, Plasma has negated its effect. I did not foresee this coming. This is fine. This is fine. I regret nothing. It seems like my opponent's playing Dark Magician, so, in hindsight, I probably should have... Alright. Alright then. Now, let's just see what we have here. I believe I may be able to go up into a Shining Flare Wingman. A Shining Neos Wingman. Let's see here. First of all, I shall activate the effect of Instant Contact. My opponent has activated Skill Drain, isn't that convenient? Fortunately, I shall be activating the effect of Phoenix Enforcer that is already on my field. I shall destroy this Instant Contact! I shall destroy my own Instant Contact, because its effects have already gone off. Next, summoning. My opponent had no idea what hit him.
Oh geez, Professor. It's kinda like people shouldn't be playing people shouldn't be playing Skill Drain.
I'm glad someone has been doing his homework. 50 marks for you, Chumley!
But Professor, we don't actually keep track of marks here.
You've just lost your 50 points. On to the next duel. These hero cards are quite something, aren't they? You know, I've been thinking, if Konami has been buffing this Slifer Slacker's cards all this time, I can't wait to see what they've done with my own Ancient Gear Golems.
Professor, there's something you might want to listen to.
What is it? What's that? They haven't buffed my deck since Arc 5. What do you mean, unplayable? I see. I have once again not have the best hand. This might be an issue. I see my opponent is running the rumored double face down pendulum monsters. This might be an issue. Honestly, this might be an issue. My opponent has summoned my opponent is a dirty Eldritch player. Eldritch player. I shall summon my Vion. Vion shall activate. Destruction of Destiny. Send 3 cards from the top of your deck to the graveyard. Take 1000 damage. I see. I'm up against a dirty bot. How disgusting. You make me sick. I shall punch you in the face. For self OTK decks, this one isn't quite very efficient. Most decks are able to OTK themselves within a single effect. This one, however, is not for some reason. This dirty bot! Fine then, I shall be activating the effect of Varus. I don't even think I need to be commentating on this. But at least we don't have to play through this abysmal hand. Actually, I have a funny idea. No wait, no, never mind, that idea requires mask change. It would be very funny if I summoned Acid, Masked Hero Acid, but no, apparently not. That was the wrong card. Right here, I shall just attack you. Instant contact. I'm burning myself more than my opponent. What does that tell you about my opponent's deck? There's no need to be fancy. Let's just summon and get this duel over with. This is not entertaining. This is not entertaining at all. I have to think of random words to say. See? I'm not even the one running the self-ban deck, and yet I have less life points than my opponent. Now you get the full brunt of my force. I rarely summon absolute zero. It's quite unnecessary. Fine. You shall be reported, you dirty bot. And that, students, is a great way on how to spot a bot and how to report them. The absolute binge chilling dude, I agree completely. This is someone who's gotten into his way in life by just waiting. Unlike I have a degree in waiting. I mean doing. This may or may not be the same bot. Or no, it's a different bot. It's just, it could also just be a bot. Any time a duelist comes up with a completely empty extra deck, I have a suspicion that they might be a bot. Now my opponent has no extra deck, so I believe summoning Dark Angel might be the play here. Fastly, I shall activate the effect of Vision Hero Varus, dumping the Elemental Hero to my graveyard. Next, I shall chain block in this specific order. Stratos. Or good old Draco Slayer. Yes, that might be the case. Next, I shall activate Increase. If it is indeed Draco Slayer, I believe that summoning Destiny Hero Phoenix Enforcer might be of the utmost importance here. Not yet. I shall activate my Vision Hero Vion. Next, I shall be activating the Malicious. And linking up into a Cross Crusader. Then again, if they are playing Draco Slayers, why are they in bottom gold? Let's see. I unfortunately do not have the resources to summon Dark Angel, unfortunately, so we shall have to settle for Plasma instead. I shall be adding the Plasma just see here. Next, I shall summon my Elemental Hero Stratos. Adding my Denier to my hand. Next, I shall be activating Instant Contact. Summoning my Flame Wingman from the extra deck. In order to fuse it. Perhaps I should not have done that. Oh well. Next, I shall be tributing all 3 of these cards in order to summon Destiny Hero Plasma, only to be burned by my opponent's top-decked Lightning Storm. How I despise that card. It's not very nice, you see. Now, my opponent is using the default character portrait, which leads me to believe that it's indeed a bot. A dirty, dirty bot. We shall see in a few seconds. Students. Yes, Chop Chop, I don't have all day now. It is indeed a bot. Is indeed yet another dirty bot. This is what ladder is. This is what gold rank ladder is in Master Duel. Fine. You shall face the full force of my Destiny Heroes. My Fusion Destiny, I cannot even activate this. I only have 1 Destiny Hero in my extra deck. Fine, I shall be using the effective Destiny Hero Denier. Finally, I shall summon my Increase, putting this in the attack position and linking up into a Dread Decimator because I can. This dirty bot! I feel like I need a shower just looking at it. By the way, I am quite curious of when the next pack comes out. Let's take a look at it now. I did hear about some leaks concerning the next pack in 3 days. I believe next week we shall be playing with these new cards. I have heard that we shall be getting new Ice Jade cards, as well as an Atlantis card, that one Link 4, I forget what it's called. It's quite good with Marincess monsters, I believe, of which I could use. I also have a Marincess Ice Jade deck, so perhaps I can play that one as well. Alright then, let's move on to our next duel. I'm not even going to confirm with that previous duelist by calling him. He's not even a Slifer Slacker. He's not even a student at all. He doesn't exist. Wow! This is... What is this? What is this? Alright, fine. Ending my turn! I do not believe I like this. I do not believe I like where this is going. I shall activate Ash Blossom. I shall activate my 5-head. Called by the grave, I see. Meaning that my opponent probably relies on this ritual card very much. This might be the wrong play, but I shall be activating my copy of Infinite Impermanence. Furthermore, for some reason my opponent decided to play the copy of Called by the Grave. Magic Key Mafia. This deck is not very good. I know, I play this card. I'm quite familiar with this deck. It may or may not be this is either a rank 4 or level 8 synchro. The pack consists of water theme and random cards. Goatee in this pack, also Blackwing structure deck. Don't know if it would come out with this pack release or not. I have a feeling it might not, because there's already so many other cards coming out in this pack, so it perhaps might be in the next pack. This person just drew the perfect hand while using Magic Key. How is this even possible? Why I cannot get this lucky, I don't know. My opponent is most likely going to summon a Draco Utopic Future. After that, I believe this is just GG. My opponent sure has taken quite a long time to activate Utopic Draco Future. I can't believe I won with that hand. I mean, of course I did. I'm the great valiant Crowler, able to win with any hand whatsoever. I will take that free W, though. That free W has been mine. I have been taught that this W word is quite hip lingo with the kids these days. I should be going fast again. Despite the fact I shall most likely break once more. Tally-ho, I did not break. I shall activate the effect of Vision Hero Ferris, dumping the Liquid Soldier. Although perhaps I should not have, as Liquid Soldier is an additional, normal summon. Yes, I do believe I have made the incorrect choice. Oh well, we shall learn from our mistakes, students. This is what class is for, after all. As a Magic-y part-time Magic-y user, I'm appalled by that performance. As am I. My opponent could have summoned Draco Utopic Future. I'm not entirely sure why my opponent did not, but he did not. Next, I shall activate Vion, grabbing the polymerization from my deck. Next, I shall activate the effect of Destiny Hero Malicious. Quite standard, I know. While this deck has several different ways of getting to its end board, the end board is usually the same. This usually involves extra hero cross Crusader, summoning into a Destroy Phoenix Enforcer. I may have made the incorrect decision here. Oopsies. Yes, I do believe I have made the incorrect choice. Oh well, instead of ending, we shall instead just simply summon the Plasma. It is unfortunate I did not have any further extenders. This is not entirely lost. We do have a Destiny or a Plasma and an Ash Blossom in our hand. This might do wonders for us, or it might be doing absolutely nothing at all. We shall see. The Lightning Storm? Shall my opponent activate the Lightning Storm?
Well, that's definitely an option, Professor.
No! No, it is not! Shut up, Chumley! Of course, it's the Praetortops. What is this deck? If you control no monsters, or all monsters you control are dinosaur monsters, you can special summon this card from your hand. Would it not be funny if I summoned the Dark Angel? I know not what this Duel book card is, but I don't like it. Stop it. Of course my opponent has all the answers. Why would I expect anything else? I don't remember Duel book being very relevant. When your dinosaur monster is targeted for an attack, negate that attack, and if you do, special summon one Duel Beast. Once from the graveyard, it cannot be destroyed in battle, also destroyed during the end phase. If this card is a graveyard... What? If this card is in your graveyard, except the turn it's sent there, you can banish this card from the graveyard, add one level higher, 5 or higher dinosaur monster from your deck to your hand. If this card is destroyed by a card effect and sent to the graveyard, special summon one level 4 or lower dinosaur monster from your deck. I see. My opponent seems to be doing ultimate Tyranno combos.
Dino DNA.
Sit down, Hasselberry, you're not in the enemy yet. Battle phase. T-Rex plus 1 bounce or negate if I'm not wrong. I see. Contribute 1 Dino Wrestler monster, then target 1 card your opponent controls. Destroy it. I see. Now the question is, should I be activating Favorite Contact? Let me review a bit. Let's see. I believe I should be letting this one through. I do not believe there's any other option. Alright then, fine. However, Division Hero Increase. Now is the point I should be activating favorite contact. Perhaps I should not have summoned activated favorite contact. Oh well. Oh yes, I should have summoned favorite contact. Rightio. Do not mind me, I know not what I'm doing. I only have a PhD in dueling. It's not like I have anything else. Destiny Hero destroy Phoenix Enforcer. I do not believe I shall be... I see. In which case, I shall activate my Destiny Hero Destroy Phoenix Enforcer. I definitely do not want to be destroying the baby Saurus, so I shall destroy this Duel instead. Oweth. Alright, listen up, kiddies. It's my turn. You would have been very useful last turn. Spirit of Neos. Wait, what? Why can I not summon this? I forgot. It was not properly summoned. That is my mistake. Oops. That is my mistake. I see. I cheated it out of the extra... Wait, what? I see. I cheated it out of this extra deck. That is unfortunate. In the meantime, I should be activating Increase. That is very unfortunate. I did not think that interaction existed. Duel Beast Tyranno. I've never seen this card before. I'm gonna actually know that one person used it in Arc 5. Why was I not in Arc 5? Konami? Contribute this card by summon this card by triggering one dinosaur monster. During the main phase, if a dinosaur monster is on the field, you can put effect immediately after this. Tribute summon this card from your hand. If this card is normal summon, you can destroy one monster on the field. If this card was tribute summoned by tributing a Doodle Beast monsters, I see. That's indeed what this card does. So activate Increase. The timer is starting to run out. I should stop narrating. Cease your narration. My opponent has activated his one interrupt. That fool. It seems like this Tyranno is able to destroy one of my monsters. However, I'm still able to link up into an extra deck monster. I see. Let me think for a moment. Yes, I know what I shall do. I shall Link up into a Cross Crusader. Cross Crusader shall activate, allowing me to special a malicious from my graveyard. Next, Cross Crusader shall activate again, attributing it for a Destiny Hero Denier. No, wait. I have one even better. Elemental Hero Stratos. Now I shall normal summon the Stratos. The Stratos shall be giving me the Denier. I have only 30 seconds left. Isn't that convenient? Sunrise. This card and this card. Oh dear God, I'm almost out of time. No waiting! There's no such thing as waiting. Absolute zero. Oh God! The time! Why have you done this to me, Konami? Finally! No, do not activate! I do not have time to activate. Attack! Activate! Destroy! Yes! Attack! Once more! Oh God, the time limit! Why have you done this to me, Konami? It was down to the wire. There's 3 seconds left. Alright, let's move on to the next duel. I need to drink after that. And by drink, I mean water. You know, in case there are children watching. Not tea? I refuse to drink tea. Actually, I know, I do quite enjoy tea. However, I do not wish to drink it in front of my monitor. For you see, I'm incredibly paranoid about spilling. I've once again drawn garbage. This is fine, though. I shall activate my Vision Hero Vion. And of course, my opponent shall activate the Max C, as you do. Isn't that convenient? Fine. Instead, I shall be adding the... I dumped it like an idiot. I thought I would be adding a card, apparently not. That was the wrong card. That was my mistake. Of course it's a Psy-Frame Gear Gamma. Because you can summon infinite monsters on my turn, but I cannot. What is this, Konami? Explain. All is not lost. I do have an elemental hero, Spirit of Muse. My opponent is playing sprites. I think I have lost. I probably have to surrender. I don't think there's any point in continuing this duel. You, sir, why are you playing sprites in gold for? That is literally the lowest rank you can get that's not silver. This dirty, dirty sprites player. Use sippy cups? I am already using a sippy cups, and even then I've knocked it to the ground. Why, just the other day I was sitting in my chair, swinging around like, you know, as is mandatory for anyone sitting in chairs. Chairs with wheels. I have drawn both copies of Vision Hero Increase for some bizarre reason. I have actually knocked over my sippy cups before, and I have forgotten to close the cap. That has actually happened before. It was not fun. Unfortunately, we have, for some godforsaken reason, drawn both copies of a Vision Hero Increase. I have specifically played multiple copies of Increase in my deck specifically to prevent this problem from happening, and yet here it is. Liquid. Fortunately, not all is lost. I have a single copy of Spirit of Neos in my hand. Also, sport bottles are quite a pain to clean. Because why wouldn't you be running your one copy of The Grass is Greener? Meanwhile, I have drawn complete garbage. Explain how this happens, Konami. Explain why The Grass is Greener is somehow legal. How did my opponents suddenly draw the perfect hand in a 60-card deck? I do not understand.
Well, maybe it's because you should start pulling for those egg sandwiches, Professor.
Shut up, Chumley. I'm allergic to eggs. You know that.
No, I don't. You've literally never said it so before.
Well, I'm saying it now. Actually, that is not true. Eggs are delicious. I used to be allergic to eggs. Now I'm not. I don't know why. I just started having an allergic reaction and then stopped for some reason. Your guess is as good as mine. Now, my opponent only has one card, but the graveyard has infinite for some reason. I do not understand why this card is... This card isn't even limited. It's limited to 2. And yet my opponent still somehow top-decked it in his 60-card deck. I remember when Orcus was still at full power. I actually do have an Orcus deck. IRL. I don't play it anymore though. Konami has nerfed it to the ground, as they should. But apparently not. Apparently not enough. Now my opponent still has the Phantom Knights and Symbol Skeleton in the graveyard. For some reason, Orcus don't lock you into machine monsters, even though they really should. Attack! Attack my monsters already! Your turn is over! My brother was severely allergic to eggs. Took a really long time for his body took it in. Mainly repairing back his immune system or something. Yes, it is quite strange. Allergies, that is. Your effect is absolutely nothing, for you see, my cards have to be worth something in order for you to do things. In order for destroying them to be actually worth it. Cease your plays! You've run out of cards! Stop it! Yes, attack! Attack me! Give it to me! Harder! I activate Elemental Hero, Spirit of Neos. Spirit of Neos shall activate. Bringing me the much-needed copy of Polymerization. His reaction to eating a Sunnyside egg for the first time was funny. I should say so, those are delicious. My opponent has set it face down. This might be an issue. Now, there's a possibility that one of my opponent's face downs will be something that I quite dislike. Let's see here. I shall be activating the effect of my Elemental Hero, Spirit of Neos. He said that eggs are mid. How dare he! Minus 50 points for him. I shall be requiring an essay from him, saying the wonders of eggs, and why you should draw them in sandwiches. Next, I shall be summoning Elemental Hero, Liquid Soldier. Shall use its effect to summon back a card. Now, what to add back is the question. I shall be summoning back the Elemental Hero Stratos, activating its effect to destroy spell traps. My opponent naturally is going to be forced to activate one of his copies of... Alright, I guess he's not activating them. Sure, why not? Let me think. Next, I shall be activating the effect of Polymerization. For you see, I no longer have any extenders in my hand. I do not believe that this card, Gizmic Orochi, never mind. Ah yes, I know what I should be doing. To summon Vision Hero Trinity. Using these 2 cards in my hand. As well as this liquid soldier. Now, shall I be able to cheese my opponent? That is the question. Furthermore, let's activate Fusion Destiny. Over here you go. Finally, I shall be activating the effective Destiny Hero Malicious. Linking up into a Cross Crusader. Cross Crusader shall activate, targeting this other copy of Malicious. And once more, Cross Crusader shall activate, tributing the Malicious. Bringing me a copy of Stratos. I do not need this Stratos, but I want it for next turn in case that something wrong happens. Next, let's activate the effect of Denier. Summoning it here. Denier shall activate, bringing back the Malicious. And once more, Malicious shall activate, allowing us to link up into a Dread Decimator. Now we attack! First with Trinity. Elemental Vision Hero Trinity. Attack my opponent's Link monster. Go! Once more! And that is game. This is what you get for playing the grass is greener against me, the great villain Crowler. Alright, kitties, I believe I shall be calling it there for today. Frankly, my voice is quite tired. Normally, I would be able to go on for quite longer, however, doing this being Professor Crowler is quite exhausting, you see. I have some grades that I should be getting back to. Now, before I go, however, let's be going over the plans for next week. Next week, you shall be having your precious Kenyaki back. He shall probably, most likely, be playing the new cards that are coming out as well on Saturday. On Friday, he should be playing The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Hopefully, once this copy arrives, I do not trust Amazon, you see. No wonder I look exhausted all the time. What do you mean? I'm the peak performance of health. Provided that Kenyaki receives his physical copy of The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, he shall be playing that on Friday. If not, he will most likely be playing the other card game, Shadowverse. of which he occasionally plays until said copy arrives. Until then, though, I've been Professor Crowler. You've been one of my precious Slifer Slackers, and I will see you on Wednesday. When that video comes out, I will not elaborate any further. Class has been dismissed.